X's and O's it for me then. Obviously Travis Hunter out, Oregon this week, USC after that. I mean, how far do you think Deion's team is going to go here? Obviously, they're going to be bowl eligible. I think we can already assume that right now, barring anything unforeseen, certainly with the way that Shedeur is playing. And all due respect to Shiloh, where he apparently isn't his father's children's ranking. They have some players here, Lewis. What are you seeing? X's and O's here.
Yeah, they are. I think they're built in a way that over the long haul, it's going to get them maybe exposed against better competition, meaning they're kind of built outside in instead of inside out.
Mm-hmm.
The best players are on the perimeter, on the periphery, and down the middle is where he'll honestly tell you, is where they need more help. They need more fortification, meaning the offensive line, defensive line, pass rushers. And I think once you get to the heavyweights in terms of the competition, that's where he could run into some trouble. His team could run into some trouble where guys are built stronger, they're bigger, stronger, faster up front on both lines, in particular, both lines of scrimmage. So I think that's where we'll see a test this week, obviously with Oregon. When you get to USC, it's going to be about which defense, and really it's going to be about maybe which offense has the ball last, all right? Because they can both go up and down the field, although missing Travis is going to be a big-time thing. But I think he understands that, as he told us, quote, unquote, he said, I'm about 6 or 7 dogs away from actually really doing this thing the way I want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, look, I need about 2 or 3 more offensive linemen. I need a couple more pass rushers. I need me another corner. Heck, he may need another quarterback if his son leaves this year. So he understands where they're at. His expectation is always to be in it, to compete to the very end, and his team's going to play that way, and he showed that. But I think he also knows we ain't quite there yet. And so, of course, there are going to be people who are sitting on the outside, Rich, just waiting to tear them down when they lose. But I don't think he expects to win realistically every game, but he expects to compete every game.
Sure.
And I think, as long as Shedeur is healthy, and enough of the wide receiver core is healthy, and they have some good players in the secondary who, as you can see, can make plays on the ball, they'll be in it. Their competitive character on that football team is just too good for them not to be. I'm sure there are many people who thought, halfway, 3/4 of the way through that football game the other night, there were people who had a story already written and were ready to push send about the death of Colorado football, losing to Colorado State.
Mm-hmm.
And they came back and bam. So there's going to still be people waiting, but I don't think he has any unrealistic expectations relative to where he thinks they still need to make this team stronger. But damn, is it fun to watch them play. It's because of the speed they have, the style in which they do it, and the style that their coach brings to the table, man. It's unlike anything we've ever seen. The Rock said it's disruptive, that Deion is a disruptor, and there's every person. You know how many people are watching college football now who had no interest in watching college football before at all?
Lewis.
At all.
Lewis, you were in the booth of a Monday Night Football game last night, week 2. Mm-hmm. Carolina putting their first overall pick and Heisman Trophy winner in Bryce Young out there against the Saints, who improved to 2-0. And we're talking about Colorado versus Colorado State, and not a single person will bat their eye at us spending 15 minutes chopping up that game first the way that we have. And that is the prime effect. Also, I loved Mark Jones pointing out that the ultimate prime effect is Offset being interviewed while offsetting penalties are happening. That happened in your broadcast. You know what I mean? I'm loving this. I am here for it. I'm here for all of it. I mean,
you and me both. When we were down on the field, Rich, pregame, Mark and I were standing there, and Quentin Kesnick was there, and there were some other people from ESPN around. And I was like, there is a football game going on, right? Right? We are going to play a game, right?
Yeah.
Because there was this electricity in the air. It was I can't quite understand it. You were hanging out at a red carpet / big time award show where you're going, oh, yeah, there's The Rock. Oh, yeah, there's Master P. Oh, Lil Wayne's coming up. And everybody's just kind of looking around, and there's phones, and it's real crowded. And there's just and the music, they have the best sound system out. I don't know if he asked them to improve the sound system.
Oh, I'm sure he did.
I've been sitting there you naturally standing out there had to go like this. We were like, okay. Okay. You know?
I'm sure he did.
And then he comes out.
Yeah.
Right. So some of his players are out warming up, and the team's starting to trickle out, and you just hear this groundswell of this, ooh, like this, and you know somebody's coming. So people are looking around like, and then you just hear people going, Prime's coming, and he comes out of the tunnel, and he's just taking a lap around the field, just to walk, but he's got 5 security guards. There's cameras. There's this megaphone, and then all of a sudden he walks down. You know, and I talked to him for a quick second, and then he kept moving, and the student section is already jam packed. And he walks over there, and these kids are like, it's 3rd and 6 with the game on the line. That's how loud these kids were. And then you hear him just break out into this chant, Deion Sanders, Deion, and it's nuts.
I love it.
And I had goosebumps. I have goosebumps telling you this story.
I love it. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.